Hey, tourpreneurs, it's Mitch Bach, and just a quick note before we begin today's episode. Tourpreneur is currently sponsored by Google. We're thankful for their support of our community, and we are offering with them a completely free course helping you unlock the power and potential of Google's Things to Do program, which is specifically helping tour operators add their tours to Google in new ways that gives you new exposure and more direct bookings. To learn more, go to tourpreneur.com/Google. And as always, show notes, more resources, links to our newsletter, our business coaching community, and so much more are available on tourpreneur.com. Now to the episode.
Today's episode of the Tourpreneur podcast is kindly sponsored by Checkfront, the booking platform trusted by over 5,000 tour and activity operators around the world. This month, Checkfront is offering an exclusive 90-day free trial for tourpreneurs. Find out more at checkfront.com/tourpreneur.
Welcome to the Tourpreneur podcast. Travel industry veteran Shane Whaley will take you on a journey with fellow tourpreneurs, sharing their tips, ideas, insights, and success stories to inspire you to make your tour business the best it can be. And now, here is your host, Shane Whaley.
And welcome to Tourpreneur. Today we are on day 14 of our 30-day Things to Do Tour Operator Challenge. We're joined on the show by Angela Heald. How are you today, Angela?
I'm great. Day 14. Wow.
I know. We're almost halfway there.
Yeah. If you've made it this far, you've been doing one small thing for your business for 2 weeks straight, which is amazing.
Absolutely. And I've been getting a lot of good feedback from our listeners who are enjoying this because it's giving us something positive to focus on in November that we can get our businesses set up right, ready for 2021. What's today's challenge?
So day 14 is about identifying booking blockers. Shane, have you ever heard of dog fooding?
Have I heard of what?
Dog fooding.
No.
So dog fooding is a really well-used term in the tech industry, and it essentially comes from the concept of eating your own dog food. In the 70s, there was a famous dog food commercial for a brand called Alpo, and in the commercial, the star fed the dog food to their own dog. And basically, it became a symbol of essentially using your own product, which can help you catch bugs and issues in it.
Have I got to go and eat my dog's food, Angela?
No,
Good.
but you are going to apply the idea of dog fooding to your own website today.
Okay, so how do we go about doing that?
Basically, you're going to step into your guest's shoes and you're going to walk yourself through your website and test your own booking flow. You want to take note of anything that could be considered a speed bump that's going to slow down the process of completing a transaction.
Wow. Okay. Interesting one. Because this is really hard to get out of our own bubble, correct? To actually, when we look at our own website, we often miss so much because we're looking at it all day long, every day.
It's so hard. You have to pretend that you don't know your website in and out. You have to pretend that you are your user and you're stumbling on your website from a simple Google search and it's the first time you've been on it and you need to take yourself through that process and make sure it's very clean.
Sure. Do you recommend as part of this challenge, and this is your challenge, not mine, but of sitting with a friend and saying, right, let's sit together, socially distanced, depending where you are in the world, and have them go through where you can watch them actually go through either on their phone or on a website. But I guess the desktop is easier because you can see that flow. So you can see, maybe where there are blockers that we've missed.
Yeah, that's actually a fantastic idea. And even if you can get on with somebody virtually who doesn't know your business and just have them share their screen and just ask them simply to book one of your products and see what happens, you'd be surprised at what roadblockers you'll find.
Absolutely. What kind of blockers are out there, do you think?
So you really want to make sure that your price is clear from the get-go. You want to try and avoid surprise fees at checkout. So if you do have fees upon checkout, try to make sure you declare those earlier on in the process. Also, your forms are really important to look at. You want to make sure that they're brief. So if you can, try and collect the bare minimum information up front and then follow up with a second form after the transaction is completed. If you need information like sizing or ages or allergies, put that in a second form after the transaction's finished. And it's always really important to check your buttons. Are they easy to see? Are they finger friendly on mobile? Because mobile is very important. It's important you do the same process on mobile as well.
Absolutely. And what I love about your PDF, I've been singing praises of your workbook, which everybody can get at tourpreneur.com/challenge. You give here a recipe for an ideal booking flow. We don't have time to go through them all today, but what are you suggesting is part of that recipe? So it's something we can look at. But I would suggest people just try it first themselves and put themselves in, the booker's shoes, and then go back to the recipe and look at your ideas for the ideal booking flow. And then there's also a book, which I admit I've not read it in a long time, but I remember it kind of opened my eyes a great deal, was the book, Don't Make Me Think.
Oh, I haven't read that one.
Yeah, all the tech companies. See, you've got dog fooding. I've got Don't Make Me Think. And it's about, when you hit a website and there's more information than probably is needed, and then you start, do they have it in blue or red, or do they have it in green? Oh, I'll come back later on. Let me ask around. And there's a lot in that book that's worth reading. So I would add that as a Shane bonus challenge to day 14.
That's great. I love it.
Marvelous. Angela, thank you for coming on the show today.
Thanks, Shane.
Thanks for listening to the Tourpreneur podcast. Be sure to visit tourpreneur.com to join the conversation and access the show notes, including links to the resources mentioned on today's episode. This is Tourpreneur.